Welcome back to M is for Motorcycle. It's Sean here, and I'm with a very special guest. First, let me say we are on location here at Barber Motorsports Park in Birmingham, Alabama. It's a gorgeous, crispy fall day, and I've got a great opportunity here to speak with the one and only rock star herself, Kayla Yaakov. Kayla, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, nice seeing you again. Always a pleasure to spend some time with you, get some conversation going, and yeah, like you said, we're here at Barber, which is just an amazing facility, so it's a good day to be at the racetrack.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a little chilly today, but...
Yeah, a little chilly. I mean, I'm from Pennsylvania. You said you're a Florida boy, so
yeah.
this feels definitely a bit cooler for you.
Yeah,
but
I am actually freezing, so...
yeah, this morning I was able to have a t-shirt on, so that was nice.
Oh, okay. So you're down here doing a track day, you're doing some winter testing, shaking down a new Ducati Panigale V4.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, just here, like you said, new Panigale V4 S that I have for today. Just, breaking it in, getting some laps in on it, and just getting it ready for this off season. I'll be spending some laps on it and also coaching on it. So just making sure everything's working good.
Right on. But we did a pre-season conversation before your Supersport season in MotoAmerica. We also did a mid-year check-in to just kind of see where things were heading. Now we're going to do a little debrief on the 2025 season, and let me just give a quick rundown. You ended up having 16, I repeat that, 16 top 10 finishes this year. Absolutely amazing. You had 9 top 5 finishes. Kayla, give me a little bit of your feelings about the overall 2025 season, because to me on paper, that looks pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, for me, I always want to, you're a racer, you want to win, right? So it's tough. Our class is super stacked, and we say it every year, but it really is. And, this season was particularly very difficult. Not only was it difficult because of the field, I think there was like 6, maybe 7 Superbike guys that were in our class this year, which is pretty crazy. And then our previous Superbike guys, I would say.
Right.
But also, we had kind of a bit of a lack of testing, for the season. So it was very difficult for us to really adapt to these new parts that we were allowed this year. And basically just coming to each track guessing.
Right.
Normally you feel like, second year on a bike, maybe, you come to a track, you have that setup in front of you, you can just go out and ride. And that wasn't really the case for me this year, so that was very difficult. But yeah, the year was good, like you said, 9 top 5s out of 18 finishes. I had a couple DNFs and like mechanicals in certain races that I was pretty bummed about, because I really felt like there was at least like 4 opportunities to be on the podium this year, and we just couldn't get it because of certain aspects, certain things going on. But that's really out of my control, and is what it is. But overall we were fighting up front very consistently, and that was really the goal for the year. It's just to be up front, and we were able to have that happen. And definitely the last half of the season was really good.
And I want to point that out, that you only had 2 DNFs this year, and both of them because of technical issues with the bike. So overall, a reliable bike this year. I want to talk real quick about some of the tracks that you visit in the the Super Sport series at MotoAmerica. I'm always interested in, like, we're here at Barber, a world-class facility. You also race at some other amazing world-class tracks like COTA, Circuit of the Americas, Road America.
Yeah.
But you also race at places like VIR, New Jersey, The Ridge out in Washington. What's it like going from a track like COTA, where it's just super long straightaways and big, wide sweepers, to a much more of a technical track like The Ridge, or even here at Barber?
Yeah,
what do you prefer even?
It's racing in America, right? We have such different areas of the country, and you see COTA or Road America, they're purpose-built racetracks, but also for very big cars. F1 is made, that's what COTA was basically made for.
Right.
And same with Road America. Road America was made for car racing, so we see those bigger circuits that are really fun to ride. Definitely a long lap time, but a lot of fun. And then tracks like here, still this is a car racetrack. I would classify it more in that section, but yeah, like you said, the Ridge is very tight, technical. VIR very tight and technical. And I like all of them, honestly. I feel like this year my results were definitely better at tracks like COTA and MotoAmerica, and I'm not quite sure if that was just comfort, compared to last year, or just kind of the European experience that I've had, because those tracks I would say are definitely more that European style. Even here, it's kind of more of that open. You have more runoff. You have areas that are just not as, you're not going from track to grass to wall,
Right.
So I don't know if that was part of it, or just like I said, getting comfortable with the bike. But I enjoy all of it. Our bike doesn't really enjoy the bumps of maybe VIR, but I have a lot of fun at all the racetracks, and I like technical stuff. So if there's a technical section like this track here, Barber, is pretty technical. I like it a lot. Yeah.
Do you ever find like at a track like COTA where you're just like, oh my gosh, the straightaway is just way too long?
Yeah, I mean, now that I've gotten on like bigger bikes, it's those straightaways shorten definitely a lot.
Yeah, I bet on the V4s, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm, those straightaways, like MotoAmerica, yeah, those straightaways are pretty long, but you need it at COTA, definitely, because COTA is always hot when you go there. Sometimes it kind of sucks because when you're in that spot where you're supposed to be like, recovering or resting, it's like just hot air being blown into you. Like it's like a hair dryer, you know? So it's not even that good. That recovery that you get still is not great. So, but yeah, no, I think, like I said, as I've gotten on bigger bikes, those straightaways shorten and everything's just hammered down.
That reminds me though, do you race with a cooling vest at some of those hot tracks like Texas?
I don't. I know Corey's used them before, maybe even PJ has, but I haven't actually tried it yet. And I feel like this season, the temperatures were actually pretty nice in a lot of these spots. Even COTA, COTA was hot. It was still like probably 95, 98 degrees, which is pretty toasty, but not compared to what we've had to deal with there before. Really just kind of, as long as I can keep my core body temperature, as low as possible before the race, I'm typically pretty fine.
Yeah, you're young.
Yeah, exactly.
you can handle it. Do you race with an airbag system?
I do, yeah. All of the MotoAmerica riders have to run an airbag.
It's a requirement.
It's a requirement, yeah.
You mentioned your strategy for the 2025 season was like consistency, right?
Yeah.
And going for those points and being consistent, getting comfortable. When do you sit down with your team principal, Ben Spies, and you talk about, because I know racers, they don't want to talk about the last race, they want to talk about the next race. When do you sit down with Ben and talk about 2026 strategy? Is that strategy, do you think it's going to change a little bit more aggressive?
Yeah, we've already had conversations. I mean, when we kind of got confirmed for next season, which was kind of around COTA, we made the announcement at COTA, but before that race, when we already had talks of continuing for the next few years, we definitely had that conversation. And a lot of the things he said to me, were like, you can fight for the championship next year. You're in a position now where you can fight for that championship. You've proven it. And I don't know how much the strategy changes. I think coming into this year, I told myself, I need to be intense the entire race. I think we're just gonna have a little bit more preparation on my part, hopefully on the team's part as well, so that when we come in next year, we're both ready to go, and we have something we can fight with right off the bat.
Right. So some changes for next year in that one of your teammates, PJ Jacobson, is moving over to the super bike class, and that's going to elevate Alessandro Di Mario into his seat. He's coming up. This is, I think, his first year racing big bikes.
Yeah.
And as a young fella, he's going to be looking to you as a mentor and for guidance, as you're now the experienced racer on the team. How does that? You've got years of coaching experience under your belt. You have your own coaching school, as we've talked about in the past. How is it going to be coaching Alessandro and also being a teammate with him too, a competitor.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. You know, I've never had until Rahal, I've never had a teammate on the same bike as me. So,
Okay.
you know, that was definitely a new experience the last 2 years working with people on my team to better a program, to really build a program. You know, as much as Ben, Graham, all the people putting it together did what they did, Richie, you know, they put the program together for us. We really were able to build the foundations and set these bikes up. So it'll be interesting to see, like I said, now for me moving into this A rider, I wouldn't even say A rider, but you know, this spot that PJ is leaving behind.
Mm-hmm.
Moving into that role is going to be cool. I'm excited for it. You know, as much as people are like, oh, you know, does it bring pressure? I don't think so. I feel like it's the same as it's always been, and I believe in myself as much as you know, Ben does, and I try to go out there and do my best every time. So yeah, I'm excited to see what Alessandro does. I think he's a really talented rider. Obviously, riding in the Junior Cup, Talent Cup, and
yeah.
Twins Cup. You know, all of those classes he's done really well in. Obviously, winning. So that's really cool to see. You know, it kind of reminds me of me going from those smaller bikes into the other class. He was obviously a bit more successful in the Twins Cup than I was, but you know, just I'm excited to see what he does. Hopefully, yeah, we can work together. You know, keep building this program, and you know, if we can have 2 Rahal bikes up front, that's even better.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Has the team made a decision on running Daytona? Because this year you guys skipped it to focus on the points races. Have you guys talked about doing the Daytona 200 in 26?
The plan is to do it.
Really?
Yeah, the plan is to go out, do the 200, but...
Oh, I'm excited about that. That's
yeah,
cool.
I mean, as of right now, it's a points-paying race.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, we're kind of forced to do it. Even if we don't want to, I think we're kind of forced. But yeah, that's the plan right now.
Because it wasn't this year, right? They
no,
weren't...
So up until now, or this coming season, it's always just been a one-off race, no points. You know, whoever wins it takes it.
In mixed classes too.
It's still just all super sport, but you know, guys from Superbike will jump down and do a race. Guys from overseas will come over and do a race. You know, the 200. So now it'll be the same as it is super sport. You know, that thing, but it's going to be points paying. So as of right now, we'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, I'll be watching that for sure. Also big news for 26 is that you've got a new primary sponsor coming on board for you. Is that going to be with Expel or is it replacing Expel?
So Expel is moving over to actually PJ's program. Going to continue with Rahal.
Okay.
But they're going to be on the Superbike for next year, which is awesome. You know, Expel, we owe a lot to them. You know, they trusted us from the very beginning and actually made it possible for us to do as much as we have.
Okay.
So that's really cool to still see them a part of our team. But yeah, my new sponsor, Droplight, they're going to be a part of my program next year. So look out for maybe a green or a black and green Ducati next year. That'll be pretty cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool to see.
But yeah, the same thing. I can't wait to continue, you know, move forward with them, I should say. And see what we can do together. I feel like they have a very, very strong platform that they can, you know, they do a lot with. So I'm excited to move with them and see how that goes.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Any changes next year in terms of bike specs?
The bikes will be pretty much the same as of right now. We haven't heard anything else. I mean, we're going to continue on the older model V2, the Ducati Panigale V2. The new V2 that was released won't be quite ready for probably another year or two for full race competition. So we're going to continue on the older V2 model. We'll see what the parts look like next year if we're allocated anything else. But as of right now, I think there's not going to be many changes for us, hopefully.
Okay. Any plans to do any one-offs in Europe next year? I know you didn't get a chance to do that this year, but are you thinking about next year?
I'm hoping so. I think we need to, you know, do the same thing I did this year. Really, just focus on the class, focus on going out and trying to really next year be up front, get as many podiums as possible. You know, race wins if we can. But if things are going well, I'd love to do a wild card. You know, but you don't want to go over there and do bad, right? So if I'm doing good over here, okay, I'd feel happy to go over there and do well, hopefully. But if we're struggling here, I really just need to focus on the program and try to keep pushing our bikes forward.
No distractions.
Yeah, exactly.
In our mid-season interview, we were talking a little bit about racers and their nicknames, right? And you said, you like that one word, Kayla. Right?
Yeah.
It just works.
Yeah.
Which I think is super cool. But I also heard around the paddock that your new nickname is High Side.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just kidding, everybody. Her nickname is not High Side. But you did have a little bit of a spill recently on a Supermoto. You want to talk about that a little bit?
I basically was just training at this track Bushnell in Florida and just having fun. And I told my dad, I rode all day. Was just training and just working on things. And there were some people there that were filming, so I was doing some slides at the end of the day. And I wanted to do one more, and the carts had just come onto the track. So I was like, can we just do one more? And just like basically sneak onto the track in between the kart sessions to just do a couple videos of me sliding into this corner. And the tires are cold, he already pulled the warmers off and whatever. It's like, just do one more video. I just promised, one more video. And as soon as I just threw it into the corner, I was like, man, this is not stopping. It is not going to stop. And then it hooked and threw me over. So, yeah, that was a ride. But like I've told a bunch of people, that wouldn't have been posted if I got hurt. So I'm very lucky that everything was good.
A little sore the next day, or
I was definitely sore, but not terrible.
That's good. Good to hear. So I thought it would be fun to play a little game, a little word association, okay? Super simple. I'm just going to do 4 or 5 of these words. I want you to be spontaneous. Just say the first thing that pops in your head when I give you this. It doesn't have to be one word. It can be many words, but I just want it to be the first thing you think of. Okay? We'll start with an easy one. Ducati.
Red. I just think of red. I think of red in Italy.
Right on. Me too. I love it. Razgat Lioglu.
I think like Stoprak and nice guy. Yeah,
You've met him before?
Oh yeah. He's a great guy. Or hopefully, I don't know yet. We need to keep talking, but him and Ben. So Ben's probably going to get a supermoto, and he wants to get a couple of them. So hopefully we can ride together at some point.
Wow.
But Toprak's a great guy.
Yeah.
I met him when I was racing in Europe doing the Blue Crew R3 Cup in 2021, and he was super helpful. I was actually, I guess they went by country, where we were pitted. So I was pitted right next to the Turkish riders.
Okay.
So he would come over all the time and talk to them. And, when he'd come over, he'd stop by and he's like, to give me some tips and whatever. I'm like, dude, this is awesome.
That is really
so
cool.
Happy. So then at the end of 2022, when I went over and did my wild card, he came over and I saw him again. And we were just talking. He's like, yeah, I've been watching MotoAmerica. You're doing really great. I was like, dude, Toprak knows who I am. He's followed my stuff. That's
so
awesome.
Cool. That's so cool.
So we message every once in a while, but he's a great guy.
That's fantastic.
World champion again, too.
World champion again, and the world will be watching him as he moves into MotoGP to see what he can do there.
Very exciting.
The next one on the list, MotoAmerica Superbike.
I see like a picture of like Bobier and Heron like coming down Road America. That's the back straight of Road America. I just think of that. That's just speed, high intensity racing, battling to the end. Yeah.
2027 for Kayla?
I hope so. I mean, we'll see how 2026 goes, but I'm hoping, maybe we could be on a superbike by then.
Marc Marquez.
He's the best. The GOAT. He's a GOAT in a different way, so all the Rossi fans don't get mad at me. But, he's the greatest on a motorcycle that's ever been in MotoGP, by far.
And that comeback this year was just...
Oh, insane.
It made the hair stand up.
He's been my idol since I was just a baby, so that was really cool to see.
Really cool to see, yeah.
He deserves it too. He's
Definitely
the fastest guy out there.
Yeah, he's just, it's amazing to witness, even just on TV. It's just, I'm glad to be watching history unfold there, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
2026.
Hopefully some podiums. I think of podiums. I think of potentially coming down to the wire, trying to fight for a championship. But that's all. That's the hopes, to be there at the end and be able to fight.
Right on, right on. I love it. And the last one is a total setup. I'm totally pandering here, but the letter M.
M. I mean, I think of a motorcycle, so I mean.
She said motorcycle. M is for motorcycle.
Yeah, you're right.
That's awesome. I love it. Kayla, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to sit with me, and for the viewers on M is for motorcycle. The best of luck to you in 2026. We're going to be rooting you on and cheering and jumping up and down like we were this year, but we know you're going to have a fantastic year. I can just feel it. So thanks for sitting with me and talking about your career here. It's been a pleasure talking with you this season, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much. No, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching.